Hi guys, it's April. It's mid-month wrap-up time because it's the middle of the month. I have all of these books to talk to you about. Yep. I've started to find my groove again, as you guys can tell, and I'm really excited about finding my groove, but that also means that you get to sit through more of my words as I talk about these books that I really enjoyed these last 2 weeks. It's been a good start of October. And I'm really excited to jump into the next half of October, in which I hope to start reading a lot of creepy and scary and gory and horrifying stories. But we'll see. The first 3 books in this month have been the continuation of the Tamarier series, in which dragons are part of the Napoleonic War, which is really exciting. And those books are The Throne of Jade, Black Powder War, and Empire of Ivory. These, of course, are all written by Naomi Novik. 2, 3, and 4 of the series that I decided to throw myself into. There are some really slow parts within these books in which I'm like, why? But then comes a character or so, or a part in the story that really just frustrates me to no end, and I can't help but just continue on with this series. I do like the way that history is woven into this whole series, and of course, dragons. That's really exciting. And with these couple of volumes, you get to see China, you get to see Africa, you get to see Persia, and you also kind of get to see a glimpse of how people view the Americas. I don't know how I feel about that. And of course, a month would not be complete if I did not do a buddy read with Shayla. And this time around, we did Blameless by Gail Carriger. This is the 3rd book in the Parasol Protectorate series, in which we get to see more of Alexia and her soulless ways and all the shenanigans that happens. I really love Gail Carriger's wit. I will say that absolutely every time I pick up one of her books, because it's true. And here we get to go to France, and all kinds of chaos ensues. I just really like how steampunk meets vampires meets werewolves in these books. I can't stop reading them, and I read them so dang quickly too. And then the release of Sara Ella's book Unblemished happened this month, which I'm really excited about. I have a full review up on my channel if you want to go check it out. There's a link up there and down below. But this was a beautiful mix of fantasy and fairy tale and everything else in between, and it was wonderful. And I have a cat. Say hi to the cat. If you want more of my full thoughts, like I said, down below. But this is the story of Eliana as she deals with the grief of the loss of her mother, and how the birthmark on the side of her face may mean more than what she thinks it does. And finally, I finished off with Truth Witch. I've been meaning to read this book for so stinking long, and I don't know if I said this, but Truth Witch is by Susan Dennard. I've been meaning to read this book for so long because I've heard so many amazing things about this book. This is the story of Saphirna and Isolde, as they are thread sisters, which I really love that concept. There's magic involved, and of course they get wrapped up in all kinds of plots, and there's kidnappings and ships and people out for their blood. It was a great fantasy read, and I really love the friendship between the 2 girls, and I think that is what really held up the most in this book. So I am extremely interested in continuing on with this series to see where it goes. So those are the books that I have read in the past couple of weeks. If you've read any of these books, let me know down below. And if you think my cat is a weirdo because she's just hanging out right now, let me know down below as well. And I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.